Balin told me what he wants you to do. Be careful.
Thank you, Rika. I will. Love you very much. Oh, look, it's you. The failure. I'd like you to meet... You know what? I'm not going to waste my breath on you. Just yet. First, I'm going to talk to you.
Pigeon crap.
Brosca.
Horse face.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, we're going to go meet my mother.
Balin told me what he wants you to do.
Sure.
Well, look at you all fancied up. You find some princeling to give you pretty clothes while he sticks it to you, like your sister?
You fucking hag. You're a failure, never amounted to anything. Now I remember why I left.
Right. Rika told me. Running off to the surface, just like your father.
Why wouldn't
Never
he?
thought to share a little of that fortune with your mother?
You never did a fucking thing for me at all. I don't need this. I'm leaving.
Well, who needs you anyway? Rika and I are doing fine here. Just fine.
You know, if I could, I'd just kill you and be done with it.
Both of you putting on airs. Too good to spend any time with your own man.
That's because you're a piece of shit.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Thanks for always being there. Funny how the despicable old shrew can still get to me no matter what. It would be better if she just died. You know, I could probably arrange to have her killed. That might be a good idea. No. It would take me down a path of abuse of power. It would twist me. Even though she deserves it. So no, I won't kill her. Because it'll twist her. And pervert me. And rot me. I have a real mother now. So I can just forget about her.
Horse face. Yes.
Oh, blast it. Yes. Yes.
I've got too much going for me to kill her. To hurt myself.
News of the hour. Lord Balin, endorsed by the Grey Wardens. Darkspawn, already running it in fear.
Don't flatter me too much. Let's see what I'm actually able to accomplish. Yeah. You are quite the rake, my dear friend.
News of the hour. Lord Balin, unable to win home battle, relies on Grey Wardens.
Yeah. I understand, it's a living. So here's what we're gonna do first. I'll take a look at something.
I'm curious. Will the Painted Elf answer a question?
Why not? I appear to have all day.
The Painted Elf attacked the Grey Warden, and yet it still lives. Had the decision been mine, its skull would be pulp right now.
Oh, I don't know. Could you destroy something as pretty as I am? Hmm?
Easily. I fail to see how any measure of attractiveness would make one difficult to crush.
Perhaps you do not know how to look then. Take a peek at that circle mage. Must we speak of the allure of an older woman? She has lessons to teach us all, my friend.
You have no idea, little elf. Keep your imaginary hands to yourself.
One would have to be blind not to realize how very pretty we all are and how important that is to preserve.
Perhaps there are definitions of blind I have yet to understand.
This is where it all really began. I want to take a look around. This really was where it all began.
I hear that if the spectators don't approve of a match's outcome, they rush the field and kill the fighters.
Yes, Orzammar. Such a venerable, magnificent, and civilized city.
It shall be done.
The restriction of your authority is a temporary consideration and not a verdict imposed lightly. The Assembly feels that efforts to maintain the sanctity of the proving have faltered. This is a gentleman's contest where future generals and respected veterans display their skills. Blow me, it's disgusting. It made me kill someone, a poor woman named Lenka. It is intended to be inspiring. It's not. And remind the Lord Caste why their leaders lead. Which is why I was so glad to fuck it up for you. We acknowledge the usefulness of a forum for the settling of honor debts and concede that the occasional defeat of a noble can serve as appeasement. Well, this is where it comes, provided it is by a peer and the contest is properly adjudicated. Extending this practice to the lower caste could prove a dangerous and barbaric precedent, because they could demonstrate that they could fight just as well as you, which would undermine the whole reason for the nobles being generals and the warriors monopolizing the role of being fighters. We'd have already seen the disruption that an unauthorized fighter can cause. The recent Brand incident, why thank you very much. I'm now known as the Grey Warden, whose existence you don't recognize. And similar incidents should be discouraged with all possible prejudice. From Assembly writ of censure regarding management of the provings. How charming. So glad that I upset you. Mm-hmm. I'll be back. I'll talk to these people later. I don't feel like talking to them now. The whole process, in many ways, is a nauseating and despicable one. I just want to wander around, take a look inside and see. Oh, you're the guy that lost, like, what was it? Are you the guy that lost, like, 100 gold or more? Because you bet on Barat and I messed it up for you? Glad to hear that I was so good at it.
Have you changed your mind yet? Are you willing to speak seriously?
Nope.
Bosom, as you wish.
No, I do not wish to speak of my bosom.
But it is a marvelous bosom. I have seen women half your age who have not held up half so well. Perhaps it is a magical bosom?
Stop talking about my bosom.
But I thought you wished to speak seriously.
Leave Mom alone, Uncle Zev.
I thought, however foolishly, that you might be willing to speak of your past.
We could do that. There have been many bosoms in my past, though only few as fine as yours.
Enough. I'm ending this conversation.
Stop picking on Mom, Zevran. It's not fair to tease her like that.
Have you given any thought to your future, Shane?
I was thinking I might, join the Chantry, become divine, and have giant Andraste golems fashioned to conquer the lands.
Truly?
No.
It was a serious question. One day the quest of these Grey Wardens will be finished one way or another. What will you do then?
The quest of the Grey Wardens is to destroy the Darkspawn, I thought.
Oh, so you share a larger purpose with them? Is that your ultimate goal?
I had not given it much thought. It might be better than slaughtering every bird in existence.
Well, yes, at the very least. It's worth thinking about.
Still bothers me that those royal guards insult me by calling me Brand and telling me not to steal the silverware. When A, I'm trying to save someone who was poisoned, who could have been the king, or Rika, or Endrin. B, I fought a bunch of thieves who could have killed and cut their throats. I fought a dragon. I fought a revenant. I had to go in there and make the place safe for them. Very irritating. Very irritating at all, indeed. I don't want to think about it. I just have to do my mission.
Dwarven craft.
Because they've got like one guy that recognizes that, hey, I was doing something right. Let's see if Waylon is home. Maybe I can talk to him. Yes, he is. I mean, Brother Genitivi. Hello, brother.
If it isn't the champion who succeeded in the quest for the Sacred Urn.
Thank you.
I had not expected to see you so soon. I've written to the Chantry, telling them of your adventures. They are interested in having me lead an expedition.
Fantastic.
What do you think of that? I'm quite excited.
That's wonderful. That's great news, Brother Genitivi.
You made this all possible. I could never thank you quite enough, but I'm certainly going to try. Here, take this reward. I want you to have it. It will certainly do more good in your hands than lying around in this dusty house, eh? And now, if you will excuse me, I have so much to prepare for. I wish Waylon was here to see all this.
I'm sorry about that, but thanks. Nine. Why don't I just go here? Yep. Seven, huh? What the heck? Alright.
If I could have a moment.
Certainly.
You've been busy, traveling all over, and such tragic news you keep bringing. I was wondering if you'd check up on one more person. I'm sure you'll find this scroll quite interesting.
Sure, thank you. Yes, I know. It's so tragic. I am the bearer of bad news everywhere I go. The ransom. The last scroll indicates that some of Al Howe's special handpicked men are awaiting a ransom to free a kidnapped boy. The Crows are setting them up by sending disguised assassins to the meeting, but we'll need backup to take out all of the Owl's elite soldiers, especially their leader, Captain Chase. The location is marked on your Denerim map. Let's wait on that. I'm getting the feeling that we're starting to move toward the tougher, harder things to do. Let's wait on it. Nine.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let me see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Eight.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Fresh from Orzammar.
Good old Bodan.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Let me see where's Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yes.
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 Brosca.
Horse face.
Pigeon crab.
Indeed. Yes.
Duh. Silly me.
It must have been very difficult for you and your mother, Morrigan, to live always hiding from the Chantry and its hunters.
Your pitying tone is as unwelcome as it is unnecessary, old woman. There was nothing difficult about our lives in the slightest.
But surely you must have drawn notice from time to time. No matter how powerful you claim to be, you would not wish the full attention of the Chantry.
Hunters did come into the wilds from time to time. They did not leave.
And the interest of the Chantry was never aroused. I find that difficult to believe.
I imagine you find many things difficult to believe. Your own preference for the leash you wear, for instance.
There are good reasons for the world to fear mages, even despite our best intentions.
Your best intentions, perhaps. Their fear concerns me not at all.
I've told you what I know. You'll excuse me, I've had quite enough stress over this.
Let me see your wares.
Certainly.
Excellent.
Horse blast and damnation.
Yes.
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 In all honesty, I side more with Wynn than I do with Morrigan. Oh, I have no doubt the Chantry abuses its power. But I must confess that I have noticed that when it comes to fights, I've had to fight lots of mages that were abominations, or worse, or blood mages. And the only time I've ever been had to fight a Templar was when when essentially they were being forced to against their will or manipulated by demons, who generally came about for mages. Now, one could argue there are times when the Chantry forces them into a corner. That's true. However, there needs to be a regulatory body. And overall, if you put a Templar out there, or you put a mage out there, and you said one of them was a danger and a threat to me, it's not hard to figure out which is which. The existence of Morrigan with my team notwithstanding. And that's even with Morrigan. Got much junk on me. I need to sell some. I'm not exactly entirely satisfied with the whole Tranquil business.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Seems too ripe for abuse to my taste.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I think this is something a lot of people miss. When I end up with a fight with someone, again, if you gave me the choice, said you're going to have to fight one of these, which one do you think it is? And you gave me the choice. Wait a second. You gave me the choice between a mage and a Templar. The mage is almost certainly going to be the real threat. The one that I'm going to have to watch out for and the one that I'm going to have to fight. And everybody knows this. Even if they don't want to admit it. It's just reality. Which means they need to be regulated. From what I've seen...
Yes.
Yes.
What I've had to look at and think about, I would surmise that there should be a time spent within the tower.
Let's do something fun.
But they should be allowed to go out and not be forced to stay imprisoned in the tower when they get older. If you have phylacteries to trace them, that should be best enough. That should be best enough. And if they flee into the forest in the Kokari Wilds, where they can't really affect anyone, then so be it. Of course, if they come on to human grounds and lands again, then yes. And they threaten people, then yes. But there are ways to handle this. It doesn't have to be so extreme or arbitrary. There's also the issue of the drug addiction of Templars. The problems with that. Let's do it. I'd see it's something to cheer me up after dealing with my mother. And now I'm finally solving another problem that all those guards and all those people suspicious of me in the royal palace couldn't do. You know, kill a dragon they missed. Kill a revenant they overlooked. Deal with some thieves that they were shocked to discover.
Grey Wardens approve of Lord Balin's plan to deal with the Darkspawn threat. Lord Harrowmont, adult and confused.
Oh, and don't forget, saving the life of a noblewoman who could have been Rika or Endrin that was poisoned. Yeah, it's all in just a day's work of doing these people's jobs while they stare at me spitefully to see if I'm going to steal some silver spoons. Good. Much better.
She'll be up and around in no time, thanks to you.
Good. Happy to hear it. Cheers me up. Makes me forget about Mother.
Rika said to make yourself at home.
Thank you. Speaking of which... Love you, Rika.
Balin told me what he wants you to do. Be careful.
I will. I love you too, sister. Thank you for being nice to me.
Rika said to make yourself at home.
Thank you. And these guys...
Keep your hands to yourself, Brand.
How about you keep your eyes and attention alert on other stuff?
You can find your mother in the women's quarters.
Oh, get over yourself. You would stare at something weird and creepy like that. I'd rather get rid of it.
You must be proud of your sister and nephew.
Thank you, I am.
Keep your hands to yourself, Brand. I'm watching you.
Maybe it's something in the culture of the Royal Guard. I hope so. But if so, it doesn't really help.
Furious at the Grey Warden's interference, claims no one can stop his plans to threat Orzammar's defenses. Say insider.
Yep. So now I get to go back to Dusttown. Oh
Grey
yeah.
Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar. Support Lord Harrowmont and his...
Thank you for your service.
I wouldn't mind never going
Honor
out
the
there
dead as
again.
best we can.
You have House Stasis, thanks.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammar is ailing for one.
Very well.
You know what we're gonna do? Let's rearrange those with Bodan. And then we'll come back and fight.
You have not asked me about my conscience for some time, my darling Raven.
That is correct. And I am not your darling.
So once again I am rejected, just as I am by...
What's on your mind?
Nothing.
It is no trouble.
Oh no, I wanted to hear what poor Torments, my little brother Zed, was going to put our mother through, except when he gets all weird and incesty. So he has to remain a cousin. Even if he was like a son-in-law, it's too creepy. And weird and icky. Why would he be so... Never mind. Families can be so complicated. Particularly surrogate ones, no matter how real they are.
Enchantment?
Some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Let us be careful.
Always a good idea. Caution is the better part of valor. And I always appreciate the prudence
Good to see you.
that you remind me that I should engage with. I get the feeling that's not going to be the nicest thing in the world. I have an idea.
Balin has corrupted
Punch.
the warden. End this for Harrowmont.
Okay, dog. Yep, they're going to do it. All right. Yep. Uh-oh. All right.
I am ready.
Yeah, go ahead and hit him. Okay, buddy.
Here. I need a moment of rest.
Alright. I need to watch him. That sort of thing where you jump up there and do that, I don't think that's such a good idea. Okay. Alright. see what this is going to be like. I really don't want to go back here. Doesn't really matter what I want.
Oh dear. The differences between this side of town and others is striking.
It speaks.
Never mind.
Direct me. This won't take long.
Here we go.
Oh dear. The differences between this side of town and the others is striking.
Yes, it is. You could certainly tell me about it. And here we go.
We'll get plenty.
That was a good hit. Doggy's been hurt.
On it.
Okay. Okay. One thing. Yeah.
So let us pretend that I do indeed believe that murder is wrong.
We are not having this conversation.
Were I to believe such a thing, what would I do with it? Feeling guilt about things one can no longer change seems so very time-consuming, with little hope for actual gain.
But you could change what you do in the future.
What would that require exactly? It seems to me that feeling guilty would take up a great deal of my time as it is.
Perhaps you could save a life instead. One for every life you have taken.
That is a great many lives to save and feel guilty as well. Perhaps I could do one or the other.
It is not a game, Zevran. You either know right from wrong, or you do not.
I am so confused. I think I may cry. May I lay my head in your bosom?
No. No, you may not.
You are so very cruel. How is it that you do not feel guilty?
I feel guilty for ever having spoken to you.
Indeed. Yes.
Yes.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
It is begun.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts.
What can I get you, stranger?
Sit you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
No. All right.
What can I get you, stranger? Right, I'll show you around.
Okay. Flasks.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let me see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Let me see something.
What can I get you, stranger?
Let's see what you have.
Right, I'll show you around.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Alright, let's trade.
Killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Alright, let's trade. Alright.
Yes.
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 Weird. Dead people in the streets. How typical of Dust Town.
Horse.
Pigeon crab.
Indeed.
I need you with me for this.
Yes.
Yes.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Natia, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
Sure. I'd have to hear what you're asking, though.
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love.
Yeah.
No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of his stones weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
40.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You probably don't want to take it out of the box.
Yeah, I'd kind of
I'll be
agree with you
waiting
that.
for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
All right.
Has the Elder Mage ever encountered another golem?
I suppose there used to be one deactivated one stored in the tower's vault. I wonder what became of it. After all that's happened to the Circle, I'd be surprised if it isn't completely destroyed.
Why was it deactivated? Did it crush some arrogant mage's head after one too many commands?
I do not know, Shale. Perhaps it is just irreparably broken. I think it stayed in the tower because no one could move it. It is very, very old. I believe it came from Tevinter. A long time ago. Perhaps someone bought it so it would guard the tower.
Its people do enjoy their slaves, don't they?
It was not a slave. It is a
tool. As I thought. No, don't deny it. No.
Do you miss the life you once had, Shell? These centuries of memories you have lost?
Does it miss being within its mother's womb?
Do I... Well, no. I don't remember that far back.
It is no different. My memory stretches only so far, and what went before is now lost.
And you remember nothing at all? Not even a little bit?
There are images, faces who I have no names for, places I remember being, but not where they are. Do I miss these things? They are without context. I feel only disquiet when I think of them.
Like dreams, then. When you awake, all the details have fled.
Is that what it is to dream? Then yes, perhaps it is like that.
How very sad. To discover your entire life has been a forgotten dream. I am so sorry.
Shall be done.
This is all for the war effort.
Ah, hello again.
Would you like me to tell you again how wonderful you are? Or maybe you'd just like to talk a little?
Well, let's hope that you keep on thinking I'm wonderful. Your name is Godwin. I met a dwarf who mentioned you.
Rogek? Well, he's a personal friend, and sometimes we, you know, correspond. Did he, have anything for me?
Yes, he said you'd be waiting for the Slirium.
Yes, yes. I'll take it off your hands right now. What about 50 sovereigns? That's a good price, no?
75.
Look, I have 65 sovereigns and this dagger I stumbled upon in the tower. Will that do?
Very nice. Here's your lyrium.
Done and done. You have your gold, and I have my lyrium. Everyone's happy. Out of curiosity, do you know why this lyrium took so long to get here?
There's trouble in Orzammar, and they're keeping people out.
Dwarves and their politics. Always causing trouble. How is the situation now?
Why don't you go to Orzammar and find out for yourself?
Ah, I see. Well, I just wanted to know if I should expect another late delivery.
Why do you need all this lyrium?
Well, mages need lyrium for spells and things. Nothing you'd know about.
But I'm curious and I saved you.
I suppose you did at that. Well, yes, but you see, the Templars use lyrium too. They cannot manipulate natural energies like mages can, but they need to be able to fight us. The big problem with lyrium is that it has diminishing returns, and the Templars become dependent on it. If it wasn't me and Rogek, someone else would do it.
What happens to these Templars?
They go sort of funny. In the head, I mean. They see things that aren't there, or have trouble holding on to a thought. It's not all of them, though. Some are worse than others. One of the fellows here has it pretty bad. Carol, I think.
How do you keep this operation hidden?
Those that know what I do have good reason not to get me in trouble.
You're a drug dealer.
You're blackmailing me? Fine, take this. It's all I have on me at the moment. Now just leave me alone, please.
You're very kind, Godwin.
This just isn't my day.
Come on, I saved your life. You did make probably some money. You should count yourself a lucky stars for me being nice to a drug dealer. No, it wasn't the most moral thing I've ever done. And normally I'd feel bad about that. But he's abetting an addiction and he's a drug dealer. And yeah, I made money off of drug dealing this time. After I found out what happened.
Why does the bard stare at me so?
I was thinking of writing a song about you. A statue with a heart of gold. Or something like that.
It thinks my heart is made of gold. It is stone as anything else. Cold stone.
I meant that you had a good heart. It seems to me that you do.
And they call this having a heart of gold? Why?
Because gold is precious and shiny and a good heart is just as valuable.
Shiny.
In a matter of speaking.
My heart does not qualify as shiny. I kill, frequently, and not without pleasure.
You have had a difficult life. Deep down at the center of your being, you are a good person. I believe that.
Even though I have never demonstrated this aspect? How peculiar.
I'll be nice
you
to my
aren't all
girlfriend.
stone shell. There is a person inside of you.
If so, it is because I ate him.
I feel kind of bad about blackmailing Godwin, but he shouldn't be a drug dealer. But I shouldn't be, and I should probably have informed on him.
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone.
We crushed their heads. It was fun.
You were very thorough. I'm impressed.
I did save him.
In no time? Doubtful. But it doesn't hurt to be optimistic sometimes. I shan't keep you then. Farewell.
And I can't really inform on him because they'll kill him, or they'll turn him into Tranquil. Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. I'm sorry it doesn't look better, Dagna.
This circle is amazing. Thank you so much for making this possible.
You're welcome, Dagna. Happy to help.
This circle is amazing. Thank you so much for making this possible.
I'm sorry about the bodies and the mess, but I'm sure that you'll help put it back together. Yeah, got quite a bit of work to do, but yeah. Take care of yourself, okay, hon? Seriously, take care of yourself. Alright. I do feel a bit... I don't know. It's too late now. The whole reason I did that money thing was for the money for the war effort. Plus, I did save his life. And he is a drug dealer who takes advantage of Templars. But I couldn't inform on him. I don't know.
Well, if it isn't my new best friend.
Yep.
You make it to the tower yet?
Yep.
Excellent. I must say I wasn't sure I'd see you back here. Now, that was 10 sovereigns we agreed to, right? Right. Just testing. If you weren't paying attention, I know you didn't need the coin, right? Well, if it isn't my new best friend.
Hi.
You make it to the tower yet?
Package delivered as promised.
Excellent. I must say I wasn't sure I'd see you back here. Now, that was 10 sovereigns we agreed to, right?
It was 30.
Well, that seems pretty steep. I can't believe I'd offer that much. But I do appreciate what you did. I'm gonna give you 25, and let's call it even.
Okay. Good deal all around. Oh. Okay.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
You know about Jarvia.
Enough to know she don't fancy strangers asking questions. Well, our business is kind of covert, if you know what I mean.
I do.
It's illegal in Orzammar for me to engage in protected trade, but they look the other way if I share things with my friends. For money. Best way to find it is stand on any street corner in Orzammar and insult Jarvia's mother. You'll wind up there quick enough, and have a real long time to get to know the place. Of course.
There we go.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way.
It's okay. She's probably not going to answer.
Stay away from me. I don't know nothing about it.
Okay. I'm gonna do something quick.
Of all the...
Pigeon crab.
Yes.
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 An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Still feels weird being back here.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
I see where I was putting him.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right.
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
Yes.
Pigeon crab. Yes.
Yes.
Pigeon crab.
Brosca.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
It shall be done.
Your efforts have been exemplary, but these self-proclaimed cartels must defer to the Assembly and restore order. Exclusion from caste and society is no excuse. Perhaps suggest that it would be a simple matter to march on the quarter, or simpler still, to withdraw infrastructure support. A tunnel breach would be most unfortunate, but current policy direction prohibits any deals that would legitimize cartel operations. downward pressure on certain elements of our society has proven useful in shoring up the economy with an excess of affordable labor. It also encourages enlistment in the Legion of the Dead, the one accepted path to partial redemption and a vital force on our weakening front lines. This model suffers when criminals create their own hierarchies with alternative methods of social advancement. Every stone has a face that can't be carved, a side that must be earthward. We need their so-called dust town, but it would be inadvisable to include that in your negotiations. We have the utmost faith in your capt. The rest is obscured by bloodstains. From a confidential assembly directive regarding the proliferation of cartels. Don't feel so bad about this person dying. And of course, there is most definitely, in addition to the ideology, a material aspect to why we as Catholics exist. The nice thing about shuttling us into the Legion of the Dead is that it doesn't allow us to have an avenue to get political support or position or influence for our role in fighting, say, the Darkspawn in a more autonomous way. If we had if we fought them without having to be part of the Legion of the Dead, if we could become warriors or develop our own guilds, then we would have political power and influence, and that would threaten the existing order. Same thing with cheap labor for bad, crappy jobs. We're there as a useful illegal labor pool that is very expendable and cheap, without threatening the servant caste. And to cape that, you can't have them become merchants or guild artisans. The card is becoming a problem because it's threatening, though, with its own alternative.
Well, well, well. The Brand Warden comes home. What do you think you'll find down here? Open arms?
I'm looking for a thief who dared steal from the Shaperate.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn this person in?
You are a dumbass.
You walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Ah, nice to see how stupid you are.
As you say.
Proving receipt. The thief didn't have the stolen tome. The receipt on his body suggests they may have passed it to someone in the proving grounds. We'll check that later.
Spare coin.
I'll deal with Lesky in a moment.
I didn't do it, sir. I swear.
You know I can find Joey?
That kind of question gets a man killed.
Well, chew me up and swallow me whole.
Hey, Lesky.
I never thought I'd see you back here.
How you
What
doing,
happened,
buddy?
Duster? You miss getting spit on?
Lesky, it's good to see you again. Lesky. It's getting you in trouble, Duster.
I know. I've had to get all my trouble myself since you left. But you know, I got really good at it. So what are you doing here? Not crawling back to die in the deep roads yet, right?
Not yet. Do you know what happened to the Carta after I left?
Jarvia didn't waste a day. Apparently killing all possible competitors was her way of mourning. She made some kind of deal with Barat's family topside, claimed to be his wife, kept the whole lyrium trade flowing. But Endron's death really opened new ground. All of a sudden, guardsmen were all busy in the Diamond Quarter. Jarvia moved right in.
So you're not in the Carta anymore?
Stone, no. You think Jarvia'd give me a hug and a kiss for taking down her lover? We even talked about taking over when he was gone. You think she can't smell that? So, seriously, Duster, why are you here?
believe she knew I know this, but after Balin took Rika up city, the Carta laid claim to your old home. They put a back entrance in. It just goes to some storage tunnels, but there's probably a way into Barat's old estate from there. Now I better get out of here before anyone sees us together, but tell me how it turns out.
Sure thing. And I don't want you to know any more than you need to know so you don't get in trouble or danger. They don't need to know what's going on, because I don't want to get Harriman in. Even if he is kind of a stuck-up, self-righteous guy, he might go with Jarvia out of necessity for whatever. People like him find lots of ways to legitimize their actions, no matter how ultimately immoral they are. They can always find an excuse for pretending they're not in the muck with the rest of us.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
I'm Natia. Pleased to meet you.
My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You just gotta hold on real tight to your feet, good buddy.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I get it. It was pretty damn scary when I went up there, too. I remember holding on to Duncan. Intense feeling of vertigo. The beauty and terror of that wide, vast azure sky. Dotted and punctuated by all the white, billowing clouds.
Nugs? Yes. I don't got much meat on them, but down here you can't be picky. Better than nothing.
Where do you get one of those?
Nuggets. Lots of people sell them here in Dusttown.
No, I want a live nug.
What for? You going to cook them up yourself?
My friend would like one as a pet.
Yeah, I can find a nug for you. Could even get one from outside the city. Those ones in the deeps don't eat as much garbage. I don't know what they eat. They always seem healthier, you know, shiny coats, bright eyes. How much you giving me?
You know what? I like you, good buddy. How much do you want?
Don't know. Depends on how big a one I catch. Give me some time. I'll hunt him down for you.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to give you a ton of money. You're a good buddy. I like you.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dusttown. Help the poor cripple.
Nadezhda, is that you?
Well, I'll be a drunken nug. You're Rika's little sister, aren't you?
Yep.
You used to work for Barat before you jaunted off to be a Grey Warden. What in the dust are you doing here?
You used to run for Barat, too?
I did some soldiering for Barat, until some new commissioned guardsmen decided to teach some brands a lesson. Broke both my knees, then made me kneel in dung for an hour until I passed out from the pain. Never mended right.
No.
Barat tossed me on the street since I had no more use. Pretty much how my ma'am told me I'd end up.
Zaleski still living here?
Oh, sure. You'll see him around. Not like when you two were cracking skulls together, though. You had the whole neighborhood terrified.
Yeah, I know. I didn't really want to. That's too bad for me. But the card has expanded since I left.
Jarvie has been real shrewd. Some of the men thought Barat made a bad choice in her, but they're all feeding the lava.
Yeah, I bet
She
they
killed a few of Barat's relatives topside, got them in line, and the goods have been fast and steady since.
Find her?
Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Salrocca. The Carta members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little...
Oh, Nazeda. Take 10.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
I don't hate Dusttown. I hate Orzammar. I do. I hate Orzammar. Ah, Nazeda, I wish I could get you more.
Spare a bit for the needy? Please. It's not for me, it's for my
spare a coin? 2 bits for the needy? No questions. I don't know anything. I never seen them.
Okay.
Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I. Thank you. That a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
Is there some way I can help?
I wish there were. My name is Erlinda. I wasn't always like this. I was born to a mining caste family. We weren't wealthy, but I never went hungry before. Now it's all gone, and it's my own fault. Ancestors curse me, but there's nothing I can do to set it right.
The ancestors can go to hell. I care about you as a person, and I think your son. What does your family want you to do? I have an idea, but...
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
I hate Orzammar. I hate the caste system. Oh yes, Schaefer, this is such a wonderful system that we've got here. It served us so well. Yes, the caste system has served us so well. Look at where we are. Look at how so much of emperors died. Look at the subordination and subjugation of large pools of people. Look at the wonderful infighting in the streets. Look at what people are doing to their own daughters and grandsons. Where do I even begin? It just makes me so tired. It makes me so exhausted. It just wears me out. I know the idea, but I want to hear it from her.
In Orzammar, lineage is traced to
Yep,
the child's
for no
same-sex
good reason.
parent. Had my baby been a girl, she would have been a minor like me. But as a boy, my son is considered tainted forever by his father's seed.
And this makes no sense. This makes no sense. Isn't there any other solution?
Yes. I can become casteless with him, which is what I've done. Others have raised children like this, right? Begging for change, sleeping in doorways?
Well, you're a better mother than mine, because I think my mom would have abandoned us. I'm not going to bring her to her fucking family. If her family threw out their shit. They're worse than my mother. So fucking hell with them. And I would never do this. That's horrible. That's even worse. This was interesting with Brother Burkle. But at the end of the day, I think you should just escape. I think you just leave. Start a new life. Start a new world. Escape being casteless. You've got nothing left but your son who you love. And you did the right thing and I respect you. I don't hate Dust Town. I hate Orzammar. You're too good for this place. Leave this damned city. This damned city. That damns itself. And yes, there is a blight. But yeah, it's better that we leave. It's better that you leave and you don't look back.
I thought about that. They say there's no caste up there.
Right?
That humans don't care
Right.
about lineage. I've never met a surfacer, though. I thought it might not be safe.
No. Fuck the family. They aren't worth it. Throw them to the side. I don't know how long the church is going to stay open here. And I think it's better if you just leave. It will be hard, but you can make a life there.
I'm not afraid of hard work. Only of being somewhere with no chance to do it. If it gives my son a chance to live, I will go. Thank you, stranger, for opening my eyes. Perhaps I'll see you next in the light of the sun.
Don't hate Dust Town. Hate Orzammar. That just exhausts me. That a family would do that. I know they did it. I understand why they did it. Which makes it even worse. I don't agree with them. It's just horrible and twisted and evil and wrong, and I hate it.
Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
I just need you right now. After that. I hate Orzammar. Egads, what an awful savage place.
Hey there, stranger. 6 bits for a tumble, 2 silvers if you all want to go at once.
No, thank you. Now let's see how fast you run away.
It's everywhere. That's the problem. There's nowhere she can't see you.
I hate Orzammar.
Very well.
I stand ready.
I really do hate it. Orzammar is a terrible place. Oh, it's the grandest city in the world. I bet Kalshrok is better.
Of all the...
I bet you Kalshrok is far superior to this place.
Yes. Good to see you. On it. Still it is.
Shall we crush?
So it does kind of depress me.
Well, look what we have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Alright. Try it. That did hurt my own people. That is a bit of a problem. Kill that guy. Now shell.
Don't kill me!
Invigorating that
Sorry,
muscle.
ancestors. What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. I was just doing what Lesky asked. Said Jarvia gave the word to make sure you never left.
I should have known. Lesky's working for Jarvia.
He told us he'd get you here. All we had to do was take you out. You don't disobey Lesky, you know. He's Jarvia's top man.
Tell me where he is or you die too.
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the 3rd house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open. Will you let me go now?
Get out of my sight.
Really? Oh, thank you. You're a good person.
Just shut the fuck up and get out of my sight. Just go.
The ancestors
Leave.
have shown their favor. Bless you.
Shut the fuck up, Weasel. Leave and get out of my sight. Just go. Just fucking go and leave.
Very well.
Just leave.
This won't take long.
Just leave. I should have known. I should have known. I've been away from Dust Town too long, and I made a fool of myself. Couldn't see what was obvious to anyone. What a fool I was. How stupid I was. What an idiot I was. Solid stone, there are no visible means of opening it. Put finger bone in the token slot. I'll be back. There's something else I want to take care of first. I should have known it would have been like this.
Let's do something fun.
How much damage did he do to us? Okay. It just irritates me. It just irritates me. It just irritates me.
As you say.
I'll come back here, but I want to hunt down Lesky for betraying me and Jarvia. Not even because I'm mad, just because I'm sad. Just because I'm depressed. And I should have known it. Of course he would do it. I was a fool to think otherwise. I didn't want to face the truth. Of course he'd sell out. It makes sense. This is Dust Town and we're all dusters and that's how it works. How could I not have seen it? What a fool I was. And then I met Zerlinda. Her own family throwing her out like that. I was more used to it when I was a duster in Dust Town, but now that I've got a sense of more decent society, at least in terms of how we're treated. The elves get it pretty bad, but you know what I'm talking about. Ready? It's my turn. Volume of Shaper History. A volume of Orzammar history focusing on the relationship between ancestor lineage and the granting of mining permits in the Dead Trenches. It is not supposed to be removed from the Shaper. A volume of Orzammar history focusing on the relationship between ancestor lineage, which I hate, and the granting of mining permits in the Dead Trenches. It is not supposed to be removed from the Shaper. I want to keep that for myself. They're not entitled to that history. I am. And I'll decide what's done with that history. Won't I? I'll decide what's done with that history. Not them. Now I'm going to get the hell out of here. There's one more thing to check out that I almost forgot about. And hopefully it's a more cheerful thing. A happier thing. Still can't stop thinking about Zerlinda. Yes, I could have referred her to Brother Burkle, but...
Good day to you.
Good day to you, too. But at the end of the day, I think I did the right thing.
I'll trust Vala.
Trust Vala to you, too. Diamond Core. What am I looking for? Yeah, I do need to go to the down core. I know exactly where it is and what it is. Okay. Let's get going.
Legion of the Dead sighted battling Darkspawn near Orzammar. They have no orders while throne stands empty. Make Paramount your king now.
Think about Zerlinda, really.
Grey Wardens present in Orzammar. Endorsement of Lord Balin. A clear statement against the backward policies of Lord...
Try something.
A warning. This is going with Balin. We can't allow it.
As you say.
Running fear.
Okay. So far, good work, people. Need to have you guys get in the kills. Okay. I don't want to go to the fucking shipwreck.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference.
News of the hour. Lord Balin proven to be working with
Okay. Don't know how I missed it. While your concerns have merit, the Assembly has made itself clear. Space within the Taig is at a premium, but the intended function of the Hall merits the additional resources committed. The statues of the Paragons must be the core of the Hall of Heroes. There's no other placement that so benefits dwarven interests. It is the first glimpse that surface ambassadors have of Orzammar. This is all fair enough. Introduction not just to our living ancestors, but also to the stone from which we were born. They must see it shaped before they can understand the complexity of its raw form. That's all fine. The hall must also serve a second purpose, as a last sight for departing brethren. Those who choose to leave must do so with the heavy gaze of their ancestors at their backs. Who gives a shit about these ancestors that have never done anything good for us? It is a reminder of duty and of consequences. We will promote all manner of trade, but also reinforce that those who leave for too long will return as strangers to the stone. Fuck you. Who gives a shit what those goddamned ancestors ever did? All they did was curse me.
Very well.
Was a maker of cursed May the Dread Wolf crap and shit on them. Worthless fucking ancestors. Stupid paragons. May the Dread Wolf take a shit in their mouths. You can eat it too, Harrowmont. Because that's the order you want to defend.
Orzammar questions Lord Balin's ability to win the throne without Grey Warden assistance. And even without
All be aware that the Grey Wardens have aligned with Lord Balin. Be not afraid to follow suit.
Okay. Alright. We'll be getting Mana Clash pretty soon. That's what dogs got for life. War dog. Okay, war doggy. Now let's see what we got. Key to the city. That is an amazing thing. That is amazing. That cold damage is nice. The extra health is nice. Health regen in combat is nice. Exploring armor, yeah. to the city. It's nice as cold damages. Yeah, we'll do it. That cold damage is nice, but yeah.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Warden's interference.
Lord Harrowmont is the voice of tradition and stability. Lord Balin is the voice of anarchy.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do.
Horse.
Brosca. Pigeon crap.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sure you can.
What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys. Okay. Dog, hot move. Okay. That's a nice start.
Very well.
What say you?
Never mind. Okay. I've been here before. I remember it. Okay. You know what? Let's switch to archer support. Okay.
Yes, my friend? Step it is.
Holy shit. Okay. Oh, isn't that fucking nice? Everyone, get back into cover.
for the fun part. On it. As you like.
Come on.
So be it. I still remember my friend.
And you.
As you wish. Ah, this really gets the blood pumping.
Okay.
Direct me. Now this I can do.
Let's see.
Watch now.
Sometimes we screw up. All right, big dog. Go full on aggressive.
What? Time to dance.
All right, ready?
I go.
It is done.
We'll wait for Leliana. Okay. Okay, 7. Alright. Picking up good amounts of money now.
Still it is.
Alright. Okay.
This won't take long.
Yeah, we'll have to use Leliana
On it.
soon. We'll come back for it. Kunari mercenary. Okay, that's an elf. That means that's a mage. Excuse me.
Now this I can do.
No. That's what we want.
Now we play a little.
As you wish.
Betty Betty. Hot moon.
No mercy.
Yes. I'll get rid of that stuff thing.
As you like.
Too slow. Most excellent.
Okay. Oh, shit.
This won't take long.
Oh!
Ah, this really gets the floor pumping. Shall we compete for points?
No, run this way.
I am ready. On it. I hope I don't get killed.
Yeah.
For me.
It is done.
Okay. Another one.
begun.
Go. Now then.
This won't take long.
As you say.
Okay.
It shall be done.
All right.
As you like. This won't take long. This won't take long. Still it is. What say you?
Never mind.
What say you?
Whoops, never mind.
Easily done.
Oh shit. Ready?
As you wish.
Okay. All right. Doggy. Get him. That's a nice hit.
Quickly.
As you like. remember my first battle?
That's like a couple decapitations there. Let's see. Okay. So far, so good. Okay.
This I can do.
Farewell.
Off we go. Time for more battle. This won't take long. As you like. As you like. Fun, no?
Immediately.
You know what? The heck?
On. As you like. Time for a little blood. Betting, I see. This won't take long. I hope I don't get blood all over it again. Good shot.
Okay.
I believe so.
Shall we complete it?
Okay.
What say you?
Never mind. Okay. He's having fun. Actually,
This won't take long.
alright.